Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at when the Christmas boxes will be arriving. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so there is always a ton of excitement about the Christmas boxes, and always a lot of question as to when exactly they will be arriving. Games Workshop tends to announce things far in advance, with no specific information as to when they're going to be arriving, so oftentimes people will be stuck confused. We got a lot of new people coming into the space, a lot of people excited for the Christmas boxes this year, and because they are extremely popular and very often underproduced, it's very important that you're prepared, you got your hobby dollars set aside, and you're ready for those when they do come. And in Games Workshop order, they always tend to wait until the last minute, but the truth is people want to know exactly when those boxes are going to be going up for pre-order, exactly when they're going to be arriving to make sure that they get their hands on them for Christmas time. So we're going to be doing exactly that. So I went ahead and looked back at last year's Christmas boxes, last year's Games Workshop articles, so we could get a very specific idea as to when these are going to be going up for pre-order and when we can expect to be able to have our hands on them. So this is the Sunday preview for the Christmas Army boxes and best presents around, which is the Red Gabo and then all of the 40K and Sigmar Army boxes from last year. So we can see that on the 5th of November 2023 is when Games Workshop announced the pre-orders. And then we know there's a 2-week pre-order period on these Christmas boxes. So we can expect these to go up roughly the first week of November for pre-order and then come out 2 weeks after that, which would be like middle of November. Last year we had the Exalted of the Red Angel for the World Eaters. We had the Onslaught Swarm for the Tyranids. We had the Spearhead Force for the Space Marines. And then we had the Beast Snega Stampede for the Orcs. And then finally we also had the Defenders of Ancestors for the Leagues of Votann. And then we also had the Cadian Defense Force for the Astra Militarum, the Vangorian Court for Age of Sigmar, Warhorde of Eternus, the Primordial Star Host, and then the Praetorian Spearhead. So if we just take the information from last year, we line up the dates with this year, I think it's very likely that these boxes are going to be going up for pre-order either Saturday the 2nd of November or next Saturday, or potentially if it goes to the Saturday after, it would be the 9th of November. And that would mean that the boxes will be officially available for sale, or the release date would be the 23rd of November, or potentially as late as the 30th of November. So that would mean realistically, you should be able to walk into the store, pick up your pre-order either at the end of November or very, very early in December. And we know last year that the Warhammer 40,000 boxes were $230 a piece, and the Age of Sigmar boxes were $220 a piece. So a slight difference in value and savings on those. And then just a quick recap to see which of these boxes you might be interested in. We got quite a few boxes coming this year for Warhammer 40K and Age of Sigmar. First we had the Penitent Crusaders host for the Adepta Sororitas. Nice little box set right here, but not particularly amazing with composition. And then we had the Hypercrypt Legion for the Necrons. Very nice centerpiece model in the Catan. And a decent little army or expansion for your existing Necron force or a brand new one. And then we also have the Retaliation Cadre for the Tau Empire. Very nice box set focused specifically in on the suits. And this would couple well with the Combat Patrol. And realistically, you could probably rock a couple of these and get a pretty nice start to a Tau army. And then next we have the Inner Circle Task Force for the Dark Angel Space Marines. This I think is the best box coming out this year. Absolutely phenomenal composition, over 1,000 points in models in this box set, and a great start or expansion force for the Dark Angels. And then finally the last of the boxes for Warhammer 40K, we have the Valourstrike Lance. And this is the perfect box for an Imperial Knights army out there, or potentially for Chaos Knights. And once again, you're going to get about 1,000 points in Warhammer in this box. So about half of a full 2,000 point army for $230, we presume. Again, a very, very nice box set.
Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video.
And then just jumping over to Age of Sigmar, we got a couple boxes coming for them as well. First we had the Founding Foray Cities of Sigmar box set. Really nice composition and an excellent start to a brand new army or expansion force to go along with the Spearhead. Then we have the Charnel Grand Jury for the Flesh Eater Courts. The model range is relatively limited here, but again, you could pick up a couple of this box set or it would go along nice with the Spearhead box. Then we had the Ironjawz Wreck-A-Mob, a great start to an Ironjawz army, and the first time that we're seeing any of the new Ironjawz models in a discount box. I would presume at some point in time in the near future, probably early 2025, we'll see a Spearhead for the Ironjawz as well. But in the meantime, this is a great box bundle for all those people out there interested in the thick orcs for Age of Sigmar. And then last but not least, we have the Shutterblight Cyst for the Maggotkin of Nurgle. Again, a relatively limited range with the Maggotkin of Nurgle, but an excellent start to a brand new army or expansion force to go along with the Spearhead. So lots of really cool boxes coming out this year. I do expect, as always, that they're going to be a little bit underproduced, and the more popular ones are going to be very difficult to get a hold of. Typically, we see a few of the Warhammer 40,000 boxes selling out really quickly. In particular, I think the Dark Angels box, the Imperial Knights box, and the Tau Empire box are going to be selling like hotcakes. So if you are after these box sets in particular, let your store know as soon as possible that you're interested in these. Make sure to get your name on the list, as typically Games Workshop will have relatively limited allocations for your store. Oftentimes we see each store only being able to get a hold of a few of these boxes, and typically it is first come, first serve, so make sure you get your name at the top of the list. Now, we don't tend to see as much excitement or as much demand for the Age of Sigmar boxes, but again, if there's a particular one that you're after, if you're trying to get a hold of one of these nice box bundles for some of the savings to start a new army or for a present, once again, just make sure to let your local store or online retailer know that you are definitely interested in these. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, as every Sunday we announce the pre-orders, so you'll have a week's notice before they're officially available for purchase. And then keep in mind that there is a 2-week delay on the pre-orders, so realistically we should expect to get these in our hands somewhere around the end of November, a few weeks in advance for Christmas, to make sure that you lock down those presents, whether it be for one of your friends, family members, or yourself. And then also, we've done some breakdowns on a lot of the 40K boxes over on the Tabletop Bros channel, linked down in the description. So for those of you that are interested in starting a new army, what should go along with it, exactly how many points are in each box set, we're focusing in on those videos much more with points and army composition rather than the savings that we looked at in the past. So let me know which of these boxes you're going to be interested in. Also, if these videos help you out, let me know down in the comments, as that always helps me to know exactly what the community is interested in. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products, and make sure to tell them that Warhammer Man sent you. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man. So hold the line and save up those hobby dollars, because the Christmas boxes aren't too far off. And I'm out of here.